Mark, how strong do you sense the desire is amongst the players to respond after last week's match?
Yeah, I sense it's been a good week's training, and I think there was a lot of frustration because the phrase I use to the players before every game is that you're only as good as your last game. You know, before the Exeter game, we were really good because Crawley was our last game. Before this game coming up, we were only as good as the Exeter game, and we were really poor. We didn't play, we froze for the first 15 minutes and lost the game there. But sometimes that happens, and you have to give credit to the opposition.
What else apart from the start can you look to put right? Presumably the start's a mental thing, is it?
I think it's an application and different problems that different teams. I mean, Exeter put it right on us from the start. They put the ball in behind us, and we didn't solve that problem. We left big gaps. We didn't defend properly, and we invited pressure rather than getting ourselves together and seeing that sort of spell of pressure out and then being able to play off the back of that. And we kept booting the ball long. Goalkeepers and defenders just kept smashing the ball up to Matty Stevens and Aaron Collins. And I've said, whenever we get in a fight, a long ball fight, we get beat up. So it's important that we stick to what we do.
And that takes a bravery, doesn't it? That's kind of the thing that you've always said, that it takes bravery to play the way that you want the team to play. There's
different sorts of bravery, isn't there? There's bravery to run around and boot people and head the ball, and which you have to do. But there's a different kind of bravery when the pressure's on, to be able to go and demand the ball and play in tight areas, which is all our training's about. And for us to get away from that and a big stage is very frustrating.
Lewis Thomas came off at half-time. How is he?
He's okay. He's okay. It was more of a precaution there.
And everyone else?
Matt Mills is not fit. Nathan McGinley's not fit. Kevin Dawson's not fit. Dale Grubb's definitely not fit.
Liam Shepherd back fit?
Liam Shepherd's fit and available.
Good news there at least. Mansfield, how much can you read into them playing Oldham, who finished the game or played most of the game with 9 men?
Obviously, I watched the game back, and obviously if you lose 2 men it makes a massive difference, but Mansfield were good when it was 11v11. I think they'd have won that game anyway. They've had a couple of good results. You know, they have had a sticky start to the season, but the owners have shown good faith in the manager, and I think by doing that, I think they'll eventually go on to have a decent season.
Have you been surprised by their start at all?
Yes and no. I think when you go through a playoff campaign and you lose a manager, it can be difficult. And we went through the playoff campaign, but we've been okay. They've gone the other way. They've lost their manager and appointed from within. I think it's a good appointment. So I am surprised, and I'm not.
And with that continuity, do they still play the same sort of way that they did last season? Is there that sort of still that identity?
Yeah, they're very aggressive. 2 forwards that want to put themselves about. You know, want to run in behind and hurt teams. And they've got a bit of presence in the team as well. They've got some good experience. It's a difficult game, like I say every week. It's full respect to the opposition. We know we'll have to play really well.
And you talk about their forwards. I mean, Maynard scored a hat-trick last week. For once, Danny Rose wasn't on the score sheet. Would they be the 2 biggest threats for you?
Well, they're big threats, of course. Nicky Maynard's a top player at this level. He got promoted with Bury last year. And Danny Rose is obviously very good in the air for his size and very aggressive. So, you know, we know that we have to deal with those 2 very well.
In terms of their aggressiveness, is it a similar sort of challenge to last week, where you know there is a team that will come at you and you've got to sort of combat that?
Yeah, I don't mean aggressive in overly physical. I mean aggressive in their running and their forward play. So every team has got different threats, and we have to nullify them. But it's more important that we do what we do and do it well.
How big is the test, you feel, to bounce back?
It's always the next game, and that's it. We dust ourselves down. We can't win every week. I think it's important we don't slit our wrists, and it's important we don't lose focus of what we're trying to do, and that's, you know, be consistent, perform well. In Mansfield we have a tough test. I know the manager really well, so I know what kind of test it's going to be.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Mark, you've obviously got a few bumps and bruises in the squad at the moment. Are you eyeing the free transfer market at the moment?
Of course, we always. I got asked that the other week. We're always looking for decent players that can help us, and nothing's changed on that. Hopefully, we're going to see over the next couple of weeks. We'll see an end to our injuries. Obviously, we've got Shep back this week. I think McGinley will be fit for Tuesday. Obviously, Thomas, we didn't think we'd have him, but we've got him, the goalkeeper. So it's just really Matt Mills and Dawson. Probably 2 or 3 weeks, and then Grubb will be longer than that. Yeah,
and the fact that you've got a few injuries, it's given an opportunity to the likes of Vaughan Coville to come in and sit on the bench. Is that the plan again this weekend for some of the younger players to be given an opportunity?
It's always the plan. We have a young team, we have a young squad, so by nature we are young, in whatever team or whatever subs bench we pick, we're young, so that'll continue.
Yeah, 3 points off top spot, fourth in the table. Would you have taken that at the start of the season?
Of course, yeah, of course. We'd have preferred to get a result last week, but with one weekend things can change. You know, it could be a different looking table on Saturday night, but we're just trying to concentrate on what's in front of us. You know?
And is it a case of not getting too high when you win and too low when you lose? Because I thought you were very measured on Saturday after the defeat against Exeter.
Yeah, it's important. We know. I think the biggest thing is knowing what went wrong. And if you know, then you have a chance to fix it. If you don't know, then you're in trouble. And, we can't start a game and waste 20 minutes and not compete like we did, and then whack the ball straight down their throats, which will lose the game.
Do you see Mansfield in a bit of a false position at the moment, and do you expect them to be challenging for promotion to League One?
I think they're in a false position, yeah, with the players they've got. I think they've won the last couple, haven't they? So yeah, obviously they've given a young manager a chance, which is great. I think he'll do really well. Given time, which he's been given so far, and it looks as though they want to give him that time to succeed. So they've got good players, and but it's about us. About if we play well, we have a real chance to win.
Are Mansfield a full throttle team? Are they a bit similar to Exeter, or what's their sort of style? How do they set up?
Yeah, they're aggressive. They played 4-4-2 last week, and play off the front men. If you've got forwards like they have, then it makes perfect sense to do that.